For over a decade, Vitaly Zdorovetskiy was known as the wild man of YouTube. From fake pranks and streaking during the World Cup to climbing pyramids and getting arrested for harassing strangers, Vitaly made his name by being outrageous. But now, all that energy has turned into something darker. After years of controversy and escalating behavior, Vitaly is no longer making headlines for stunts. He's making them for being locked up in a foreign prison. And it's not just about jail, it's about a man who's completely falling apart, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Let's rewind a little. Vitaly built his empire on shock. Back in the early 2010s, prank culture on YouTube was exploding and Vitaly was right there with it. Videos like the Miami zombie prank went viral, often because they played off real fears and tragedies. He chased people dressed as a zombie in a city that had just witnessed a horrifying face-eating attack. It was tasteless, but it worked. That clip alone racked up over 30 million views. The formula was set: push boundaries, get clicks, and repeat. For a while, the numbers backed him up. His gold digger pranks, hitman skits, and public nudity antics kept his subscriber count soaring past 10 million. He even starred in a prank movie. But behind the scenes, Vitaly was becoming more reckless. Arrests, drug use, and escalating public incidents started stacking up. His fame came at the cost of self-control, and eventually, even his fan base started to grow uneasy. Then came 2020. On April 12th, Vitaly, under the influence of mushrooms, violently assaulted a woman jogging in Miami. The attack was brutal. Police reports and witness statements painted a disturbing picture, and when the footage of his arrest was released, it sent shockwaves through his community. For many, that was the turning point. Sponsors dropped him, fans turned away, and his already unstable reputation took a nosedive. He tried to come back. After 2 years of silence, Vitaly returned to social media in 2022 with a comeback video talking about how drugs and fame had ruined him, how he wanted to change. But even then, he avoided mentioning the victim of his assault. He apologized generally, never directly. He said he was sober, he said he was sorry. But something about it didn't feel genuine. It felt like a man trying to restart a career, not rebuild a conscience.
I was hanging around wrong people, the fame got to my head. I started abusing drugs and alcohol.
And soon enough, he was back to his old ways. In 2023, Vitaly joined Kick, the streaming platform known for its anything goes vibe. He began doing IRL streams, often harassing people, pushing boundaries, and trying to reclaim his status as a top-tier provocateur. But the internet had moved on. His content felt stale, his audience had thinned, and his desperation to go viral again pushed him even further. By 2024, he pivoted again, this time to predator catching. Teaming up with streamers like Aiden Ross, Vitaly started confronting alleged predators live on stream.
You're fucking aggressive. You're aggressive. Now you're folding. Be a fucking man and own up what you did. You said, I don't want to be on the show and how to catch a predator. Well, guess fucking what? You are. And it's fucking demon time. I'm not letting my fucking chat down. I don't give a fuck that you're disabled. You understand me, you fucking motherfucker? You're my time now. No one's going to save me except me. You understand me? My name?
Cool. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. Hey, I hope those women follow you, homie. I hope they follow you, dog. Because I got kids, homeboy. I got kids.
No.
Oh my God. No, stop that.
Yo.
The idea was noble on paper, but the execution was chaotic and borderline dangerous. There were no police involved. There were no proper investigations. It was entertainment, not justice. And even while catching these men, he'd still promote online gambling midstream. It was exploitative, messy, and felt more like a rebrand than a redemption. Then came the Philippines. In early 2025, Vitaly traveled to the Philippines to start vlogging again. At first, it looked like he was trying to give back. He filmed giveaways, handed out food, and tried to show his good side. But the mask came off quickly. During a stream titled "Disturbing the Peace in Philippines," Vitaly went on an unhinged rampage, harassing strangers, threatening to eat dogs, and making vile sexual comments to women.
Madam, I'm gonna fucking rob you if you keep walking away. I wanna give you money. No? Okay. No. Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal fuck. Go get your vaccine. I was trying to give you money, but all right.
He even tried to bait a police officer into chasing him. When that didn't work, he kept escalating, hoping to stir chaos for content. It worked. but not the way he hoped. The clips went viral, but this time, the response wasn't laughs or likes, it was outrage. He was arrested on April 2nd, 2025. And what followed wasn't a slap on the wrist, it was a full-blown crackdown. Instead of deporting him immediately, Filipino authorities charged him like a local. Crimes like unjust vexation, attempted theft, and disturbing the peace could carry multi-year sentences. And the message was clear. This time, he wasn't going to walk away. He was first placed in an immigration facility, but that didn't last. On June 11th, he was officially transferred to the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, real prison, no internet, no phone, no vlogging, and no special treatment, just steel bars, stale food, and overcrowded cells. When the first photos of Vitaly in prison came out, people were stunned. The muscles, shrinking, the smile, gone. The loud, cocky energy he once wore like a badge of honor had completely vanished. He looked gaunt, tired, and hollow, like a man who finally realized he'd gone too far. Reports say the prison is overcrowded, 3 to a bed, no running water, poor sanitation, no medical care unless you have money. And unless Vitaly suddenly became fluent in Tagalog, it's likely he's isolated, alone, and confused. But even that wasn't the end. Because of him and streamers like him, the Philippines introduced a new data privacy law. MPC Circular Number 251 now requires vloggers to blur bystanders and secure consent before filming. Yes, Vitaly didn't just get jailed, he helped change the law. Even more surreal, rumors started swirling that Russia or the US might intervene. People thought maybe he'd get traded for prisoners, or that Donald Trump would somehow help because of mutual contacts. But the truth? Russia publicly condemned his actions. The US didn't even acknowledge him. Nobody wants to claim him. He's a man without a country, a viral ghost stuck in a cage. Meanwhile, inside the jail, the conditions are said to be beyond brutal. Leaked interviews from other detainees describe rats, starvation, and even death from neglect. One man reported being placed in solitary confinement for weeks with no food. Another described an elderly prisoner stripped naked, sprayed with cold water until he died of pneumonia. That's where Vitaly is now. No amount of clout can protect him from that. His latest public appearance? A press conference, handcuffed, flanked by police, still smirking, still acting like he had fans watching. But behind the smirk was fear. The type of fear that comes from realizing the game is over and the world isn't laughing anymore. He tried to live like he was untouchable. But in reality, Vitaly became the poster boy for why internet fame means nothing in the face of real consequences. And now, instead of going viral, he's just trying to survive. This is more than a downfall. It's a cautionary tale, from YouTube king to a prisoner in a foreign land, from viral stunts to a broken man in a 3x3 cell. Vitaly's mental state isn't just crumbling, it's already shattered, and this time, there may be no comeback video.